Fear is natural in the presence of danger. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to overcome that fear. Courage is having the mental and the moral strength to face danger and stand up for what you believe in and what you know is right. For countless years, some of the most powerful and influential people and groups in the world have targeted and falsely labeled anyone who speaks well about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as an anti-Semite. So because of this, in this video, I want to make a stand, give a personal testimony, and tell the truth about what these terms actually mean. What does anti-Semite actually mean? What is the truth about the religion of Judaism? And what is the truth about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? From now on, we need to judge people not by what they say or what other people say about them, but the history of their actions and their deeds. The label anti-Semite is often misused as a trick and weaponized to negatively label a person as a hater of Jewish people. However, when we actually break down what the word means, it is far different than the common misperception that most people have when they hear it. The prefix anti means opposed to or against. Therefore, an anti-Semite is a person that is opposed to or against Semites or Semitic people. A Semite is a term for an ethnic, cultural, or racial group of people who speak or spoke the Semitic languages and their descendants. The root of being a Semite has to do with a linguistic distinction and applies to the people whose ancestors were native to the specific regions where these languages emerged. So the definition of a Semitic language is a language with a non-catenative morphology, where the word root itself is not necessarily a word, but is an isolated set of consonants. So the term Semitic has to do with a linguistic distinction. These languages originated in East Africa and the Middle East and are not of white European Caucasian origin. These languages include Amharic, the official language of Ethiopia, Arabic, Tigrinya, Hebrew, and Aramaic, along with many other ancient languages in the region. So even though it is a linguistic distinction, speaking the language alone does not make you a Semite, because your ancestors also have to be from the regions in which these languages originated. So the black people in Ethiopia are Semites, and the Arabs in Palestine are Semites. So claiming to be a Jew does not automatically make one a Semite, because Judaism is a religion. If a Chinese man converts to the religion of Judaism, that does not make him a Semite, because his ancestors are not from the region in which these languages originated. So in truth, to clear the record, many of the white Americans and the Zionists and the powerful groups who love to falsely label us black people as anti-Semites are not Semites themselves, because many of them, their ancestors are from Eastern Europe, from Germany, from Russia, from Poland. And the Ashkenazi German Jews, their ancestors spoke Yiddish, which based off its morphology and its structure does not classify as a Semitic language. Jonathan Greenblatt, head of the ADL. Greenblatt is a Yiddish surname, and his grandfather Bernard Greenblatt is from Germany. Jonathan Greenblatt is not a Semite. Alan Dershowitz, his family is from Poland, and he is not a Semite. However, Alan Dershowitz is a liar who loves to falsely label the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as anti-Semite. The reason these people use the term Semite so much is because they want to masquerade as Semites so that they can take ownership of the land and the legacy that the real Semitic people have inherited. So now that we have clarified the truth on the word Semite, it gets even deeper than that, because many people in the Jewish community that claim to be Jewish are not really Jews. We as human beings can call ourselves whatever we want. However, what we call ourselves is not what defines us. We are defined by our actions and our deeds. A Jew is a person who subscribes to, who adheres to, who follows the Old Testament, the Torah, the 5 books, which are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. So if a person does not strive to follow the Mosaic law, they cannot be considered a Jew. The Babylonian Talmud is a book forged by the hands of man and is not the Torah or the revealed word of God through his prophet Moses. So Alan Dershowitz, you are not a Jew. You are a liar and an arch deceiver masquerading as a Jew. In the Bible, in the book of Revelations, it talks about you. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. So as the Bible refers to this synagogue of Satan, those who are masquerading under the label of Jew, these people are the true enemies of humanity. And through their actions, we can identify them as being the real anti-Semite. With the establishment of Israel, how many thousands of Semitic Arabs have been displaced and killed? However, the anti-Semitic behavior of non-Semitic Zionist Jews extends far past the murder of Semitic Arabs. For example, with the establishment of Israel, real Semitic Jews from Ethiopia migrated there. However, they were not treated with the justice of the Ten Commandments. Around 130,000 immigrants who were Semitic Jews from Ethiopia migrating to Israel were forcibly injected with contraceptive sterilizations in an attempt to limit these real Semitic Ethiopians from reproducing. And this is grotesque anti-Semitism. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has never killed a Semitic Arab. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has never forcibly sterilized any Semitic person. So now again, when we stop caring so much about people name calling and we actually look at people's actions and deeds, it is clear who the real anti-Semites really are. So the reason that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is so hated by these imposters who call themselves Jews is because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been waking up the masses of humanity to the real identity of who the real children of Israel are. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan are the fulfillers of the biblical prophesied Messiah, the one who J. Edgar Hoover feared because J. Edgar Hoover knew that the Messiah was coming through the black man and black woman of America. The Messiah is loved by the oppressed and hated by the oppressor. So because of what I know, I do not have the prerogative to be neutral and stand back while the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is being lied about in the news. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is a man who has dedicated his entire life to the freedom, justice, and liberation of his people and oppressed people all over the world. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been a beacon of light and truth. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has endured countless lies and threats by evil people who are bullies to the black community. And all black people in America are the beneficiaries of his sacrifice and love. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan raised us up and sent us out into the communities to teach our people to love themselves. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has stopped our self-destruction and has fought for us against all the evil plans that our enemies have planned for us. So I will not sit back and say nothing as if I am not a beneficiary of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been the personification of love, the pinnacle of moral excellence, and the embodiment of truth. And while our enemies call him bad names, they never said that he lied about anything. So I declare to the whole world that any good you see out of me is due to the positive example of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. The Messiah is so feared by the rulers of this world because he represents the end of this world of evil, because he elevates his people to a higher state of consciousness. So when you see other people standing up and telling the truth about these wicked demons masquerading as Jews, that is derivative courage that we got from the Messiah. And that is what they fear the most. So I, Shahid Bashir Quahir, I stand with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan all the way, every day. And inshallah, I would rather die 1,000 deaths than to become a hypocrite and turn my back on a man who stood for me, a man that's worthy of our adoration, our loyalty, our love, and our respect. So I'd just like to encourage all of us who know the truth to stand up and speak the truth, because it is only the truth that will make this world a better place.